in a universe where life does not end at death. We explore the infinite possibilities forged by our very minds. Welcome to Arthadian Anthologies. Before we get started, I just want to inform you that this series was recorded over Discord. If the quality dips, it's due to connection issues. Greetings, fellow travelers and storytellers. Welcome to a Reborn in Power series featuring Dr. Cal and his creation, Proto. Follow along as he learns how to live and survive beyond the confines of the Zelek dynasty. Last time, not in the Dr. Cal series, but in the New Age, Dr. Cal met with the the New Age chosen, Liam, Sai, Marmaduke 9, and Arak. I said that in a weird way. I usually start with Arak because Arak starts with an A. But anyways, he met with them. He didn't necessarily meet with them. He actually was working on the computer systems over by the Solar Orbiter ship to try to basically decode this strange algorithmic simulation system that was plugged in directly into the Solar Orbiter for some odd reason. And then Operative Micah brought along Liam and Sai to help out with the whole system. Proto met with Buddy for the first time. There was a little bit of a skirmish with some velociraptors that might have been probed or mind tethered, as we are starting to learn. And there was some fighting going on. Proto got to literally chop some raptor bodies in half, and then apparently got to hunt down the informant that actually was doing the mind tethering and killed them, as he specified when he got back to the base. And then Commander Kurter came up and told Dr. Cal that, well, they need to go, and there's some things that need to be taken care of, and that Micah is to stay alongside the rest of the other squadron to continue what Dr. Cal had started on. And now you enter into the pod where Commander Kurter is taking you, and you are alongside with Proto. Inside this pod, the door opens up and you enter into the area where you can relax, as Commander Kurter is over there in the cockpit, rushes over. He seems to be on a mission and begins to plot in some coordinates, and then hops over to the pilot's chair and then begins to start up the craft as it flies off. You look over and you see Proto is standing there. Or he is standing, and then he takes a seat.
Dr. Cal takes his seat, and since he got shooed away so fast, he actually takes out not his TL codex, he takes out the core command codex.
Okay.
And he just types at the weird one that messed with the computer that they were working on and broke it for a second.
Okay.
He types what Proto. What was the name of the one with the helmet?
Liam.
I don't remember his name. Liam.
Yes.
Dr. Cal just kind of types. He types pretty fast because computer science.
Yes.
Had to learn how to do that. And he just types, Liam, what the hell was on that screen? That's all he types. And then he just sends it within like a minute of them just being face to face.
Okie dokie.
And then he puts his codex down.
Okay, you put your codex down. As you put your codex down, you see Proto looks over, is like, a creator.
Yes, Proto.
Those people. I did tell you that I felt something coming from them. Yes?
Yes. Judging by...
Particularly the 3 that were enhanced.
What? Okay, there was Liam. I think the sin was... let me...
Sai.
Dr. Cal is...
She was very unique.
Sai?
Yes.
She seemed unique. I couldn't... I wish I could have talked with her more, but we're on...
Her frame was built from TL frameworks, I could tell.
Yes, I'm pretty sure we talked to her about that. What was the other one? The one with the really nice mustache?
I believe I heard them say Marmaduke.
Marmaduke. He just seemed to be a cron. You said you felt the connection between
Go
them.
ahead and roll me a lore check.
A lore check? A lore check? Where's my good die? Which one is going to be my good die today? One of them's a good die, one of them's a bad die, and I can never tell which one until the first couple of rolls. Okay, this one's a decent die. 8 plus, this is an intellect, so that is already a 20. A 21.
21?
It's one of my lower skills. Yeah.
Okay, well, even with a 21, you recall when you went to TL Frameworks, the people there, when you met with them, one of them was named Marmaduke as well.
I wonder if he's connected to the Marmaduke I met. Dr. Cal thinks on it. Didn't they both have ocular implants?
They look different. They were prime, so like they look quite different. They didn't look like they were, they're not siblings or anything like that.
No, but I think they both had interesting ocular.
They did have interesting ocular implants.
It might. There might be some connection. Another reason to go back to TL, I assume.
Will we go back soon? And
once we're done talking with the general and seeing what he needs, we'll see, Proto. I have no idea what the general has for us.
Okay. I would like to go back soon.
I know, Proto. I know. And Dr. Cal tries to pat Proto on the back as much as his short little arms
Please roll me a perception check.
What?
Perception, please.
A perception check? I'm actually half decent at those. That's a 4, but it's a 4 plus a lot. Already, it's going to be a 15 plus 5. No, 15 plus 5. That is a 20.
20. Okay.
Yeah, it was a low roll, yeah.
As you're going over there to pat Proto on the back, you spot something out of the corner of your eye inside the cockpit. It looks like Commander Kurter is on a holocall with what looks like the general. You can't hear what's being said. It almost looks like there's a strange field that is surrounding the cockpit right now. Maybe canceling out any sound.
I guess they're talking about something important.
Proto looks over and is like, would you like me to analyze what they're talking about?
I mean, if you want to be my guest, not worth prying.
Not so I shouldn't do it, or should I do it?
It depends on you, Proto. You want to do it?
So you're giving me freedom here, but you're not giving me freedom in allowing me to go to TL Frameworks.
I literally talked about taking you.
Okay, I'm just...
Not even 15 minutes ago.
I'm still upset about before, okay, Creator? I'm still upset about before. I don't like this feeling.
Well, probably a part of you now.
This is not fun. How do you...
Oh no, emotions suck.
How do you deal with it?
Dr. Cal takes a minute. Dr. Cal thinks about all the unhealthy coping strategies. He's like, there's just like... You just see... A Nugonian's eyes don't widen, but you see like the... As much as like a Nugonian's eyes kind of like can widen, like, you know, the facial expression, they kind of widen. And he's just thinking about how many hours he spent on a computer instead of dealing with his emotions. And he just very softly whispers, like, I don't deal with them.
And he's like, Proto looks at you, he's like, this is fine, I guess. And he looks down. And then he looks over towards the cockpit, and then you see the holo vid of the holocall shuts off, and you see the commander presses a few buttons up at the pilot's area, and then he stands up and he walks out, walking into this chamber where you guys are sitting, and he looks over, he's like, apologies for my quickness, I suppose. Dr. Cal, you are being hunted, just as we are also hunting those who are hunting you.
I understand. It's not going to stop anytime soon.
Which means that you're going to be needing to be helping us to take care of the situation at hand. And also hopping around to different places and not being in one place for very long. At least until this situation is handled.
I understand. But it fits what I intended to do anyway.
Will we be able to go to TL frameworks?
We will go to TL frameworks, yes, Proto.
Probably not for a while, though. A while? How long is a while, Commander? I am not sure. It could be months. Could be a raise. Might even be cycles. It depends on our ability to fight off the dynasty and take care of it so that you aren't hunted anymore, Dr. Cal. In fact, if worse comes to worse, we might need to send you, Dr. Cal, outside of the Foundation region.
More than fine by me. We have a few things worth exploring out there.
Well, if you have any questions for me, feel free to ask. We're going to be traveling for the next 30 minutes or so. And you see him walk over towards the pilot's chair and sit down.
While he's doing that, Dr. Cal kind of takes out the TL Frameworks Codex. And he's like, it will be dangerous to take you to TL Frameworks. Last time I went, I was nearly seen by Cortez. They did see me. Actually.
This is why you need me by your side. I could have exterminated them.
No problem. We don't know how many there are, Proto. You can take on a few, but now that they know you're out there, Proto, think of how many assassins you've killed. For a minute.
Well,
think of how many servants you've killed.
I didn't kill the one that Commander Kurter killed. I captured it, remember?
Yes, but do you remember our escape?
Yes, I do.
We killed a few there.
Yes. You know what's odd,
And
Creator? Why?
Is Proto still covered in blood?
Yes, he is.
Proto, whose blood is that?
This is the Velociraptors and the informant.
Yes. And their brains are a little connected up. So they're probably starting to catch on to be wary of you.
Well, I mean, you created me there, so I would assume that they already know about me.
I know, but what I'm saying
In fact,
is I
realized something. The raptors, when I hopped over the fence, they stopped trying to get in and went straight for me, all of them.
Oh. Maybe they're trying to take you out.
Perhaps. Which means that we should stick together.
I know, Proto. You know what, Proto? After we talk with the general, you and me, we just have some bonding time.
But Commander Kurter said that this is going to take months, possibly even cycles.
Dr. Cal just kind of looks up at Proto very slowly.
Okay.
You're the one who called me a coward for being afraid of a god. And now you're going to take a back seat to going behind people's back?
What do you mean?
I mean, you want to go to TL, don't you?
I do. But you said there's priorities,
There are.
but
You and me, bonding is a priority.
bonding. Okay, well we can definitely bond.
We've
but
done.
how are we going to
We've
bond?
done. I don't know. We've done what I've wanted to do for a while. What do you want to do?
Well, I want to go to TL Frameworks.
Exactly.
But you said after we do the thing with the general, which is going to take months.
Well, I mean the meeting.
The meeting. So we're going to just hitch a ride out of there.
We'll see, Proto. Yeah, friends.
All right.
No, Proto.
All right. Well, as you kind of sit there, Dr. Cow, you realize that you're pretty tired. It's late, and you're probably going to need to rest before you go anywhere.
Dr. Cal just. Also, here you go, Proto. And he just kind of hands over the codex.
Which one?
TL.
Ooh, you're giving me this?
Not right now. I'm going to take a nap. We might not be able to go to TL for a bit, so it's about as much as I can do for you.
Okay, I will look it over.
And he kind of like shows him the search bar.
Oh no, he already figured it out.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Yeah.
I had to teach him how to put a jumpsuit on. You never know. You never know what he knows and what he doesn't know.
He knows technology, I can tell you that.
Does he know emotion? No, because Dr. Cal doesn't deal with emotion. That's when you just build a gun inside of a basement for 3 hours.
All right. So you
but
go.
Yeah, Dr. Cal, after doing that, just like kind of starts shutting his eyes.
Okay, you go and begin to shut your eyes. As you shut your eyes, I would like you to roll me a discipline. We'll check.
Discipline will check.
Yeah.
I wonder what this is for.
Yeah, you wonder.
It's only. I wonder, is my god mad? Let's see here. 15, 19? 19. That's pretty low. We're gonna start using the white die because the blue die is being annoying today.
All right. As you go to take a nap, you feel the formation of a network stringing to you, stringing across multiple different minds. It begins to create some kind of web. And then...
Oh no, that's not good.
You feel the sensation of something searching for you. What do you do?
Dr. Cal, I'm going to guess this is mental stuff, which means it's probably probing. Network of minds. That sounds like Demos? How do you say it?
Daimo cortex.
Demos?
Daimo.
Say it again.
Daimo cortex.
Daimo?
Mm-hmm.
Daimos?
Daimo cortex.
Daimo?
Daimo.
Okay, that sounds like Daimo Cortex. So he's gonna try rolling a probing check to try like, 'cause it's creating a net, right?
It is creating a net, and it feels like something is searching for you.
Dr. Cal tries breaking threads of this net.
Okay. You're gonna try breaking.
He wants to create holes so he can get past this net if need be.
Okay.
If it starts closing it, you know? Okay.
Right.
I'm guessing that's a probing check for what this is?
Yes, I will allow it to be probing.
I'm just double checking because this could also have been discipline.
Let's go. I mean, either probing or discipline, whichever you feel like.
Probing sounds more Dr. Cal. 18 plus 3, that's a 21.
Nice. You take your mental prowess to try to sever several of the links that have been formed. You find weak ones that almost feel like they're faltering in a weird way, but they're also being formed at the same time. Like you're able to sever a few of them as you feel this pursuer of yours is slowed down a bit, but is still searching. Anything else you would like to do?
After cutting a few holes in this net, Dr. Cal kind of... Because this is all taking place in the mental scape, right?
Yes.
From what I remember, you don't technically have a body in the mental scape.
You can form it with your own psyche.
Yeah, but when you're not thinking about having a body, you don't have a body.
Yes.
Because it's your brain. Or it's mini brains, one might say. After doing that, Dr. Cal tries to kind of get away from the net, and then he tries shutting off his probe waves, like making it even harder to find him, and he's just kind of watching to see if this net starts closing in.
Okay, if you're going to do that, now I would like you to roll me a discipline will check.
Discipline will check, because I'm doing stuff with my brain. Damn it. Oh! Hey, a 12. Ah, that's good. So already, with just the will and the roll, that is a 23, plus my discipline, that is a 27.
27. Okay.
27.
Well, as you're trying to shut off your probe waves, and what was the other thing that you were doing?
I was he like got kind of away from like the net, and he's just kind of watching to see if it's starting to enclose on him.
Okay. Another thing I would like you to do is roll me a stealth check with will instead of agility. Wow.
That is a 6. Already a 17 plus my stealth, which is a 4. 21.
Okay. You're feeling the pursuer finding his way through. You're able to move out of the way and hide your probe waves. You feel like you've done your best to do so. And then suddenly it feels like that pursuer reaches to where you are at within the network. And you hear... Dr. Cal, are you there? There. I need you.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
And you don't know what it is because you have turned off your probe wave, so you can't tell whoever this is. You can't tell who it is. But you do hear, Dr. Cal, are you there? I need you.
Dr. Cal, he doesn't have a physical body, but he does the equivalent of like slamming. He does the mental state equivalent of slamming his head into his fist, into his hand, and he just kind of... This is a bad idea. And he turns on his probe waves to try figuring out what the hell this thing is. He tries to get away, like further away from it.
Okay, and you're gonna turn on your
Before he does this.
You're gonna turn on your probe waves, but get away. Okay. Well, then
I get away first, and then I turn on probe waves.
So you're getting away to try to evade its net, but turn on the probe waves so you can at least know kind of the gist of who this might be, or like what this might be.
Yep.
Okay. I would like you to first roll me another stealth will check.
With will. Stealth will.
Will
stealth. One might say will stealth.
Will stealth. Yes, you will stealth.
I will stealth. Oh, hey, Matt. Hey, Matt, this isn't a good roll.
Oh, God.
I might have made a dumb idea. Hey, Matt, I might have done a dum-dum. 15. That's a 19. That isn't terrible. It's not great, but that isn't terrible. That's a 19 for the stealth will.
Okay, now I'd like you to roll me a probe.
Probe. Dr. Cal, what did you get yourself into? Oh, are you kidding me? Both dice are rolling the same numbers over and over again. So that is with intellect, 18 plus 3, which equals a 21 in probe.
Okay. As you do this, you feel like you are far away enough from the network to stay hidden, at least, you believe. And you send out probe waves to try to understand who is trying to contact you. As you send out these probe waves, you attach for a second, and you see a visual. It is Dr. Joel.
Son of a bitch. Can I cuss?
Yeah, you can.
I don't remember if I can cuss.
Yeah, you can.
Dr. Cal says, son of a bitch, in his probe.
Okay,
in his probe
as
brain.
You say that? Okay,
yeah.
You say that.
And he tries shutting off this probe waves.
When you say son of a bitch, you hear, Cal, why are you hiding from me? And then you feel like you wake up. And you are hearing the ship beginning to land. And then it powers off. And you look over and you see Proto is kind of standing there. He's like, "Did you have another meeting with your god or something?"
No. No, that was something else.
And you see Commander Kurter. You sleep all right?
Dr. Cal, almost looks like he's going to tell the commander and then stops. And then he's like, yeah, yes, I slept all right.
What's wrong?
I'm not sure yet.
You see, he looks at you and he can tell that there's something up, and he stands there and then he's like,
yeah.
I'd like to know before we head over to get you all comfortable.
Do I get my stamina back?
You do.
Okay, no. I can't honestly say yet.
Very well.
I'll tell you if anything too interesting comes from it.
Well, then let's head out. You see, he goes over and opens up the door, and then begins to walk down the platform steps. As Proto looks over at you, he's like, "Are you sure you're all right, Creator?"
I will tell you later, Proto.
Okay, well, don't make the commander mad.
Dr. Cal remembers when the commander just came in and killed that Nugonian. Just straight out. I know, Proto. I know.
All right. And then you see him go and walk out, following the commander. What do you do?
Dr. Cal slowly walks behind Proto.
All right, you walk behind Proto, and you head out, and you see that you are back at the Central Command Base in Pillar Command of the Westivez. You see all the different pods flying around and going their separate ways, and you see people walking around talking to each other, mainly command officers specifically, and you see Commander Kurter is walking you guys up to, basically up this path leading up to the main central command base, and then you see him go and take a leftward trajectory, and then he's walking down this other path that is leading towards another larger building, probably about maybe 10 stories high. And then as he walks you over there, the door, the lobby door opens up, and you see people inside here, kind of that there are mainly operatives and a few commanders talking to each other. There is a little area, a computer area where some operatives are attaching their codexes to them, and then doing some kind of research of some kind. And then you see Commander Kurter goes up to one of the elevators, and he goes and waves his codex by it. It scans it, and then the elevator opens up, and he looks back at the two of you, and he motions for you to enter.
Oh, okay. Dr. Cal enters.
You enter inside. The door closes up with you, Commander Kurter, and Proto inside the elevator. and it stops around the 6th floor, and then the door opens up, and you see him walk down a hallway, going up to another like shut, like secure door, and he goes and scans his codex, and then the door opens up into what looks like a hallway that's like at a T intersection, and it goes right and left. You see Commander Critter begins to go rightward, and you see what looks like multiple doors going across this hallway all the way down, until you see it turns left at the very end of the hallway. Critter turns left, and then it goes down another hallway all the way down until it reaches another leftward turn. But Commander Critter doesn't go all the way down this hallway. He ends up going probably about 5 rooms down, and then goes up to the room on the right, and he takes his codex out. He goes and lets it scan, and then the door opens up. And as it opens up, you see what looks like a kitchen area on the left. You see what looks like a lounge area on the right that goes probably about 12 feet across, and then there is like a hallway area where you see a door, like right when you see the hallway, and then you see Commander Critter go up. He presses onto his chest, and you see his armor gets taken. Basically, his tech armor goes and folds into itself, and he basically is getting rid of all his stuff. Not really getting rid of it, like hanging it up and putting it away. And as he looks back at the two of you, he's like, "Feel free to get comfortable."
Dr. Cal, trying to debate whether if Dr. Cal would always have his Q armor on. Judging by the place he grew up, which was a real possibility that someone would stab you in the back.
Mm-hmm.
He's still wearing his armor. He's. I imagine Proto probably is too, knowing Proto.
Proto is still wearing it, and he looks around, and Proto's like, "Commander, is this your home?" Huh? No. This is my squadron's quarters, like main quarters here in Pillar Command.
Interesting. Is there like a smaller seat? So his,
yeah, there's like a little couch where you could sit. It's not like super small. There's also stools by where the kitchen is at.
Specifically, he wants something his size because he is smaller than most races.
Yeah, I mean, you could hop onto a couch and probably be good.
Yeah, he's fine. Then he hops onto the couch. That seems to be the smallest chair.
Okay. You go and hop onto the couch, and you see Commander Critter go over towards the hallway down there, and then looks over. Is like, "Oh, and Dr. Cal, if you'd like to, the room over here to the left is Mika's room, so you can actually stay inside there." For now, at least. For tonight.
Wait, but are we spending the night here?
I mean, it is nighttime currently. Yes. We're not meeting with the general until in the morning.
Oh.
And Commander Critter kind of looks over at Proto. Is like, "Proto, you can stay inside Recto's room." He's like, "Oh, okay, Commander."
Dr. Cal looks over at the room he was offered.
Okay.
For like a split second. It's like, no. And then he tries reaching for his TL codex, but I'm pretty sure Proto still has
Proto still has it.
Yeah, so he's like, "Proto, do you remember when I sent down my TL code? Oh, what? That's in character. He messed that up. He's just like, what? That is the TL Codex.
And,
yeah, that's right. That's right.
And Proto looks over, is like, I still have it, creator.
Oh, right. Out of curiosity, what were you looking up? Did you look up anything?
Well, if you must ask, I looked up more about TL.
Interesting. And Dr. Cal kind of like reaches out his hand. Like he imagines Proto's going to give him the TL codex.
He just looks
without saying it.
He just looks at your hand and then gives you a high five.
When did Dr. Cal's a weak boy. So he kind of like recoils his hand. He's like, what? Are high fives normal in Daimo?
No, they are not.
What was that? Why'd you slap my hand?
I thought you wanted me to slap it.
Sorry, I thought I said something. Could you give me the TL Codex?
You want the TL Codex back?
I mean, if you're done with it, yes.
What if I'm not done with it?
Okay. And he takes out the core codex.
Okay.
The core command one.
Okay.
He just he looks at some of the files. I'm pretty sure I downloaded files on parenting on this codex.
Yeah, you could do that.
No, I'm pretty sure I already have.
Yeah.
From like a previous session, because I was like, God, I have a son. He's specifically looking at bonding, how bonding works.
Okay, well, as you're looking at that, and Commander Kurter kind of goes over, and you can hear him kind of getting in the shower, and then you hear another door sliding open, and then you see what looks like a yen come out of the hallway, and then he looks over, and he's like, "Oh, I wasn't aware that there were going to be other people here." And you see that he's in pajamas. And
did Commander Carter not tell you?
Oh, sorry. I don't check my codex very often. And he comes up. He's like, "Pleasure to meet you. I'm Civil."
What's his name?
Civil.
Sabal?
I will send you the spelling of it.
Symbol? Yeah, you're gonna have to. I don't think I'm gonna get this until I see it. Civil. Silval?
Silval. Silval, yes.
Silval. Dr. Cal says it a few times and then like reaches out his hand. It's a pleasure to meet you.
You're the consultant that I heard about, right?
Yes. Dr. Cal.
Dr. Cal.
And this is Proto.
You graduated as a technician. Hello,
yes.
I am Proto. Hello. I'm actually a technical operative. If you wanted to trade, ideas and concepts.
As soon as he hears this, Dr. Cal takes out his. Give me a second. I have to think about how threatening this is. But Dr. Cal wouldn't think about how threatening it is. Dr. Cal takes out the corner sight and places it down. He makes sure the safety is off, and he takes all the bullets out. No, he takes the gun out, takes all the bullets out, Because, firearm safety.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, kids, don't play with firearms. And he puts it on safety, and he like triple checks to make sure like all the bullets are out, and he like puts it down on the table.
And you see
Saval
looks down and is like, "Oh yes, this is the blueprints that Micah had sent me. Interesting.
Corner site is, I think is what they called it. Maybe Proto. Did you name this?
Yes, corner site.
That's who it was. It's Proto.
Because you can see around corners with it and fire.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Matt, out of character question.
Yes.
Because I cannot remember if we ever got this problem solved. Did Dr. Cal ever figure out how to use the exotic material that we got? The weird material that went in between solid and...
I believe so. I believe you did.
I'm going to say, just for character fun, that he's still fiddling with it.
Yeah. You can,
like, it's not perfect.
Yeah.
And Dr. Cal, like, kind of opens the side, and he's like, what was the name of that metal? Sorry, still out of character.
What
was the name of that metal?
It is called Destroyed. Remember?
Destroyed?
Destroyed. Yes.
He, like, opens up, like, the side of the gun, and he's like, I love the design. It's just the Destroyed. I keeps messing up. And he kind of like shows his arm, and there is a visible bruise on it from firing this gun. Because he fired it before he put like a lot of recoil suppression into it.
Saval is going to take a look at it.
The material would be good. It's just I'm not sure how to use it into its fullest potential.
Interesting. I think it is good enough. It's just, in order to replicate this, you'll probably need a dampener.
What?
A dampener. It's like it's a
dampener. I thought you said a devner.
Oh no. But I mean, I believe this could hold up nicely within the core command arsenal.
It was designed for you guys specifically. I thought such sites would be useful.
And then you hear another door sliding open, and then you see Commander Curter comes out. You see he has a robe on, and he goes over to the kitchen, and then he kind of smiles. Is like, "Good, you guys met." Like, sorry, Commander, about not responding back. Of course, it's okay. I understand, Saval, that you are you're still working on your project. I am. All right. Well, get prepared because we're going to be heading out off-world, going to several command colonies within the next month. And Saval looks over. It's like, is the directive starting? Indeed, it is. Hence why we have our consultant here to join us. And Saval looks down and is like, I'm sorry that we're going to be doing this to your people. And he doesn't know whether or not it's like it's an uncomfortable thing that he's bringing up, and he doesn't know if it's uncomfortable for you that you're
going to fire on Demos Cortez.
You're going to fire on your people, basically.
They were spying on me. They're goddamn bastards.
They are still spying on you.
He actually says that. Goddamn bastard.
He's like, well, maybe you can help us with figuring out ways that we could actually defeat them. We have a specific prototype that has been made particularly from for this type of this specific directive. It is called
Are you trying to reduce their ability to probe or something?
detect their probe waves, and also you utilize a device to actually cancel them out so that they can't probe.
Is that what your project is?
Not exactly. That is not my project. My project is something different. The science division, that is their main project for Directive 140. They have about 59 iterations of this device. I believe the 60th is coming out. It's called a CT 59 right now. That's the current iteration of the device.
So what are you working on?
What am I working on? Currently classified. And you see the commander is over there cooking something, and then he kind of chuckles under his breath. And you see Proto is just sitting there, and his eyes are, it looks like his eyes are glued to the wall currently. He hasn't said one word.
Hey, Matt,
Yeah.
whatever Saval said, can you say it again?
Oh, Saval said, "Oh, it is classified."
Of course.
And then when after that,
I looked over
when he
Proto.
After Saval said it was classified, you heard Commander Kurter kind of chuckle under his breath, and then you also saw that Proto was just staring directly at the wall, not saying a word.
Proto, do you notice something on the other side of that wall?
And he looks over and is like, "Oh, Creator? You... No, nothing.
Yes?
There's nothing on the other side of that wall."
I'm just double checking. Sometimes you see things.
No. You're the one that sees things, Creator.
It's different, Proto. Quantum realm stuff.
You see things? Saval says. What kind of things do you...
Something is contacting me. Something that claims to be the Allfather.
Really?
Not sure it is. As far as I know, he's quite reclusive.
And he looks over towards Commander Kurter, and then Commander Kurter is actually looking back and smiling at Saval. And then he kind of just goes back and begins to divvy out the food onto his plate and begins to eat. And then looks over and is like, "All right, time for rest, Saval. And you two should get some rest as well."
Do I still have the storage cube? I do. It's on me. Realizing that I should probably eat something, Dr. Cal just kind of tosses up the storage cube and opens it up.
Okay.
Sorry. Not the storage cube. The ESU.
The ESB.
ESB?
Yeah, it's an excess space box.
Oh, okay. Why is it ESU on my stuff? No idea. And he kind of gets it open and tosses 3 things to Proto. 3 nutritions.
Oh, and you see Proto looks over and is like, "Oh, thank you, Creator." And then you see him go back to looking at the wall. He doesn't pick up the nutritions.
Okay, Proto. What's going on?
Huh?
You always pick up the nutritions.
Oh, yes. And he grabs the nutrition and then he goes and just devours it whole in one bite.
Of course he does. Proto, are you distracted by something?
Distracted? No, creator. I am just learning what I can about Core Command.
Sorry, that's just concerning. Dr. Cal thinks about the abilities he saw Proto have, and he's like,
You still haven't
just
checked
don't
on him.
mess with any of their stuff.
You still haven't checked on him.
Sorry, what?
You still haven't checked on him since he had his battle. You haven't done a diagnostic check.
Is the other person still in the room? The technician?
Yes, he is.
Dr. Cal doesn't care. Dr. Cal's never cared. Why did I ask? Proto, do you need a diagnostic?
Huh? Oh. No, I do not. I'm good, creator. Maybe tomorrow.
Are you sure? Can I give you a diagnostic?
I think it's time for us to rest, actually. And you see him go and lie down on the couch. And as he lies down on the couch, you see him just, his eyes are open.
You mean the couch I'm on?
There are two couches. There are two couches.
Oh.
It's like a lounge area. It's big enough to house like 10 people.
I didn't realize there was two couches.
Yeah.
Then Dr. Cal he just looks at Proto. That's not uncommon for him. And he just kind of starts like making himself comfortable.
Commander Carter comes over. He's like, "Are you sure you two don't want to go into the rooms that are available currently?"
I would be more comfortable out here.
All right. I'll turn on the secure zone, and then you see him go over to the kitchen table, and you see him go and press onto something, and you see secure zone activated. And Carter walks over. Is like, "All right, good night, and sleep well." And
you too.
Carter goes over to his room. You see Savol nod to you both. Goes over to his room. And you see that Proto's eyes close. What are you doing?
Dr. Cal is looking over a few notes that he's moved over to this codex. Specifically, so there's been a few times where he's like looked at the TL framework stuff. Anytime a piece is especially useful to him, like information on building, is it drive cores for Sin?
Yeah.
What is it called? Drive cores?
Drive cores.
Specifically the drive core stuff, like the papers that helped him like actually understand it, he's actually moved over to the core command codex. Like anything that like actually caught his eye, instead of just reading over, he moved it over to the core command.
Okay.
And he's looking through some of the stuff he's thrown over in this folder. Over in like useful stuff. I imagine these things allow you to create folders. They're computers.
I would like
so he's made of.
I would like you to roll me a discipline will check.
Oh, a discipline will check?
Yeah.
Hey, that's a 12. 12 plus 23. 4. That is 27.
Okay, you are able to stay up a bit longer. reading through the stuff that you have transferred over to this codex, reading about the drive cores, how they're built, and you know that they're mainly have to be built if you're doing a drive core for a sin. They mainly have to be built on a sync zone like Vicronix. You see that there have been some cases that drive cores have been built on planets that are not sync zones, but they have to have specific conditions in order to be built. And then you begin to pass out, Dr. Cal.
Okay. Yep, he just passes out then.
As you pass out, you suddenly feel that network appear again, connecting all the way through up to you. What do you do?
Cal still has his probe waves out. He's not hiding as well this time.
He's not hiding?
Does it look like the same web?
Yes. Yes, it does look like the same web. And you do feel a familiar sensation of someone coming to you.
Of Dr. Joel?
Yes. What do you do?
He kind of approaches the net and he's like, he sends out the probe. What do you need? Said you wanted me?
And then suddenly you feel the... Hello, brother. I've been looking for you.
How's it going?
It has been a while since I have talked to you, brother.
It has been a while. What have you been up to?
Oh, research.
I've heard about some of your research. I think.
You have?
Have you been messing with primes?
Probably. I could ask you the same question.
Well, I mean, it's not as plural.
Primes. I know what's going on.
It's one prime.
I know what's going on, Cal.
You mean the directive that I'm here for?
Directive? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, Joel?
I know that you're working with Core Command.
Yes.
With the Sub-Pure.
I am.
And they have a directive, you say? Interesting. Do tell.
I'd rather not.
Dr. Cal, why are you doing this?
Because it gets me money. Gets me away from Daimo.
But the dynasty has done nothing but provide for us. What does Core Command provide you that our homeland does not?
So far, not a lot different. But I feel like I can say my own opinion around here more than I can over there.
Your own opinion.
It's a small thing, but it does help.
Brother.
Yes.
We are they're doing the work of the Allfather. But you, you're spitting in his face.
Well, apparently we're talking to two different Allfathers.
Talking to? Only Montezelic talks to the Allfather.
Well, something claiming to be Allfather is talking to me.
Really?
I thought it was just one of the tricks from one of your assassins.
Perhaps I can take a look, if you allow me.
I'd rather not.
Ah, brother, always so insecure.
That's one word for it. Father's paranoia did transfer over.
Very well. Will you be coming out to see me, though? I'm sure Corps Command is looking.
I will be looking for you, yes.
Make
I
sure
wouldn't
to...
be so mad at your work if you were more efficient with it. An entire space station?
Cal.
What?
Be sure to bring out some strong-willed individuals once you come to meet me.
I know. You've always had the way of, shall we call it, making friends?
You know, this research would be easier if you were working alongside me, brother.
We never worked that well together. Focused on different aspects.
Yes, but Montezelic has me on something that is very intriguing, especially for a technical scientist like you yourself.
Converting more primes onto cargoes?
Think a little bit
Or
bigger.
something else?
Think a little bit bigger, Dr. Cal.
You're trying to convert the entire core systems?
You are missing the mark. But I suppose this was enough for me to get a sense of where you are at mentally and physically. Goodbye, Doctor.
Yes, it is.
Goodbye, brother.
Nice talking to you, brother.
And then suddenly you wake up. You see the light.
Well, that was a bad idea.
The light is coming from the sunrise. And it looks like it's the next day. And we are going to end the session there.
In session there?
Yeah.
Good timed in session, one might say. With horrible ideas.
Well, that was more of a role play. Well, I mean, most of Dr. Cal's stuff is role play stuff.
Yeah, Dr. Cal is very much a person who's like, why would I fight?
Yeah.
That would get me.
Well, thank you all for listening to the Dr. Cal session, for those who are listening. And I know you, Dr. Cal, are going to be listening to this.
I will, eventually.
Yes, eventually, when it comes out, which is going to be in a couple months, because we're recording pretty early ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But,
yeah, the first ones are just starting to come out.
Yeah. But thank you all for listening, and if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power. And credits. I thank you for listening to The Doctor. Be sure to check out the official New Age campaign, now releasing here on the podcast and streaming bi-weekly Tuesdays on Twitch. A link will be found in the description of this entry. And if you want to be reborn yourself, you can subscribe as a Chosen to access Chosen creation and exclusive Codex entries. Until next time, travelers, be safe, stay safe, and if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power.